Let's take you across to the United States of America, where the World Cup is underway, and the tears have pretty much said everything. For nearly 2 decades, Cristiano Ronaldo, he chased the one trophy that always stayed out of the reach, the FIFA World Cup. From Germany in 2006 to the United States in 2026, 6 World Cups, countless records, unforgettable moments, but no fairy tale ending for the main man. Portugal's defeat to Spain has now closed perhaps the greatest World Cup journey football has ever seen. At 41 years, Ronaldo has confirmed this was his final World Cup. He's not going to be playing any more World Cup games. Whether that's the same for international football, well, no verdict on that as of now. But is this also the end of his international career? The answer for now remains uncertain. He says he's going to get up tomorrow, go about his life, and then decide. And he leaves as football's all-time leading international goal scorer, the only player to score in 6 different World Cups, a man who redefined longevity, professionalism, and ambition. Even that winger role, he changed it completely. Yet for all the trophies, all the goals, and all the glory, the World Cup remains the one dream that never came true for CR7. And tonight, we revisit Ronaldo's extraordinary journey, the final chapter against Spain, what he has meant to the world of football, the beautiful game, and whether this is truly goodbye to one of the greatest icons the game has ever seen. With us on the broadcast, Mr. Ranjit Bajaj, the man needs no introduction, founder of Minerva Academy. He's joining us live from Finland, where the Minerva Academy is playing. We're going to touch upon that as well. Ranjit, many thanks for taking out the time. And joining us also is Playmaker India, Musawwir Sheikh, joining us from the United Arab Emirates. Many thanks, gentlemen, for taking out the time. Last night, you see, all the critics, Ranjit, are saying that Ronaldo was walking, he should have been taken off. Had Ramos come in earlier, things could have been a little bit more different. But I think Martinez had, clamped on that debate earlier on. He said it's going to be stupid for the team to not play one of the most prolific strikers. What's your assessment? What was the atmosphere like in Finland and your reading of the game last night?
Thank you so much, Kareem, for having me. First, and my hello to my friend right there in UAE and my brother Playmaker. So we go back way back when he was just starting out, and even we were starting out. Okay, so yesterday the atmosphere here was unbelievable. In fact, even day before yesterday, when Haaland scored the second goal, I could hear it in my hotel, even it was like 3 a.m. in the morning. And I didn't expect that. Being a Scandinavian country, they're actually very big rivals. But they were celebrating it, because they were thinking that, yes, okay, if they can do it one day, maybe even Finland can. And yes, they have great players, but a long way to catch up to Norway, which, by the way, if you remember, I had predicted that it was going to be Norway and Japan who was going to be making it, but I got one of them wrong. But the Norway one is coming true. Now, when you look at Ronaldo, I'm so sad that he had to go from this World Cup, because the real farewell would have been if he somehow can turn, I know it'll be very wrong saying this, but somehow if he can turn into a Messi, okay, and just walk around and last till the next World Cup, because the next World Cup is in Portugal, and that will be the proper send-off. Because that's
you're actually right. Yeah.
Yeah. But unfortunately, Ronaldo is Ronaldo, and Ronaldo can never be Messi, and vice versa. And that being said, that is now when you compare apples and oranges. So I would like to put another perspective in. I don't think you can compare both of them. You're comparing apples and oranges. Now, what Messi can do, Ronaldo can't, and vice versa. Whereas when you're comparing strikers, it's a different thing. Messi is not a striker. He is, like my friend sitting there, a playmaker of the highest order we've ever seen in the world ever before. He's a legend. Even Pele wasn't that. Even Maradona wasn't that. They were all goal machines. Whereas Messi is something which you've seen very, very different from the very beginning of football. So that's why I would say he's a complete player. But same time, what Ronaldo has done as a striker, I don't think anyone could have. Because striker is a position you are not at your prime for more than 3 or 4 years max top. That means when I'm talking about world top class level.
Yeah.
This guy has been playing in 6 World Cups, and he scored in all 6 World Cups. Even Messi couldn't do that, by the way.
Yeah.
He had a World Cup where he was totally kept quiet. So something what he could have done, again, Messi couldn't have. Now, coming back to Ronaldo, yes, in the previous match, Roberto Martinez had actually taken him off much before, and I don't think Ronaldo liked it that time when he was being taken off. But he loved it because...
He's never liked coming off. He's never liked coming off. But you know, as a coach, it's important to bring the player off. They don't understand. They don't look at the bigger picture from the outside.
Because see, if you're going to be having someone pressing and then going back and defending, either you're doing pressing or you're going to be defending. And Ronaldo used to do that very well earlier. And now when he's dropping back into the midfield, like we were having an earlier conversation with you, Kabir, when he was going back, dropping early and trying to dribble past people, he couldn't do that. We couldn't see the famous step overs. We couldn't see the famous dribble or the speed. Nothing was there. And that's not his fault, man. He's 41.
Yeah.
I know everyone would love it, but
I think it's the fans also. We're pushing him to play this next one. And you know, who's stopping CR7 from coming back? You never know. Maybe he comes out of retirement to play those 2 games in Lisbon. But this man,
like
boy,
Neuer,
young boy from Madeira,
like
changing the
now.
game. Playmaker, what do you have to say? Boss, he's changed the game completely, hasn't he?
First of all, hi Ranjit, how are you? And like you mentioned, we all started together, and look, here we are. And thank you so much for that, and all the best for the upcoming matches. I heard that you are in group stage. Coming back.
By the way, to the
Ronaldo,
viewers as well, we're going to talk about that very soon. What Minerva has been up to in Finland after that, record-breaking match against Liverpool that everybody was talking across the world. We're going to talk about that as well. Yeah, Playmaker, take it away.
Yes, like I said, Ronaldo always has been that gravitational pull. We all know. Whenever we talk about Ronaldo and the coach keeping him in the field for the 90 minutes, even when he's isolated or even when he's lacking those services which we see in other teams, his presence alone demands the constant attention of the top tier center backs, which we saw in a KG game like yesterday. We saw that game was not going the Spain's way or Portugal's way. It was a very KG match. I think for the manager it was a very notorious thinking that he was very hesitant to remove him out because he was waiting for that magical moment which we have seen in the past. No, Ronaldo just coming in and clutching it out, even though he has a bad game, he's dropping a stinker. But there is a small moment, that is magical moment, when he scores a brilliant goal, right? So I think Roberto was waiting for that. But also, like I mentioned
we
in the
all
last...
were. I think the entire world was waiting for that. And that cross also came. I was speaking to Ranjit earlier. Had he been Ronaldo of, let's say, 38, 39, maybe he would have gotten to the end of that with a sliding, poaching. Because he's literally changed what football essentially means, what you can do as a modern footballer, how you can leverage your social media account, how you can leverage, your brand value, how you can become from just an out-and-out winger to this inside-out, outside-in, coming in, poacher. I think nobody can take away from the fact that he knows where to be at the right time. Ranjit, what do you say? How has he essentially changed the game in terms of fitness, the baseline for a fitness and the longevity? I think he's really changed the game.
Astonishing fact, Kabir, he spends over 5 million now, which was earlier a million, but now it's over 5 million just on recovery and looking after himself and his
Doesn't
food
shy
and his
away
body.
from Pilates as well, by the way.
Yeah. So everything, he has everything in his house. So he takes it so seriously. And because he takes it so seriously, he's able to do this long. Like our very own GOAT, our Sunil Chetri. He's been able to do that till 41 because of exactly the same reason, discipline. And not discipline on the field, discipline off the field. And that's the sacrifice. People think, sacrifices are required before you become a player to become a player. No.
Yeah.
Once you reach the top level, you have to even sacrifice more because you have no night outs, you have no parties, you have nothing to eat more than, steamed and good. I've been doing that every day here, so I know because the boys are eating that. I'm eating that. So steam and tasteless food of the highest order, man. But you got to do it. You just got to do it.
It's nutrition, it's fuel. It's not for, taste. Maybe Haaland enjoys some steaks and he likes his, fatty steaks. That's what he was saying in an interview, but not Cristiano Ronaldo. I've run out of time here, but I'm going to quickly ask the both of you your fondest memory of CR7. Let's start with Playmaker first.
I would say back in 2003 when I saw his debut against Bolton. That was actually I was watching United for the past 2-3 months, and then suddenly a new boy comes in and he gets subbed in that Bolton game. I will never forget that because rest is history. We saw the best days of his life. We saw the best games, of our lives. So yeah, that is the fondest memory of him.
Ranjit bhai, what your fondest memory of CR7, and then we'll wrap this up.
I would say the last goal he scored, even though it was a penalty, because I was rooting for Ronaldo to score so much because more than probably, and I'm not a Ronaldo fan, but I was imagining what Ronaldo fans must be doing. And I'm not a Messi fan, by the way, so I'm going to be the fan of the Indian who's going to be matching up to them. So when Ronaldo is concerned, oh my God, the last goal, because I could see it's not happiness, it's relief. That's what happens to coaches. When we win, it's not happiness, it's relief. So it was relief.
It's an end
And
of an
it was really for
extraordinary
me that-
and a legendary era. For me, it was that interview with Piers Morgan where he said, you know what, I just score the goals and the rest, comes later as well. We're going to leave it at that. Many thanks, Ranjit, for speaking to us here on News 9. We're going to catch you again, speak about Minerva. That's actually important. And Playmaker India, you already know him. You know the man. Many thanks, Musafir, for joining us here on the broadcast.